Impressive tunnels around the globe. Tunnels defy landscapes, but they're underappreciated. By design, they push away water, burrow through mountains, and so much more. Tunnels provide passage in places that would be otherwise impassable. There are numerous impressive tunnels around the globe, and this video is going to focus on some of them. The longest and deepest tunnel in the world is Gotthard Base Tunnel in Switzerland. It runs under the Swiss Alps between the towns of Erzfeld in the north and Bodio in the south. The tunnel is 57 kilometers long and reaches a deep of 2,300 meters. Trains reaching speeds of up to 250 kilometers per hour can travel through in 20 minutes, according to the Swiss travel system. The tunnel has helped to decrease the travel time between Zurich, Switzerland and Milan, Italy by an hour. Before Gotthard Base Tunnel was built, the longest and deepest tunnel in the world was the Seikan Tunnel in Japan. This railway tunnel is unique because a 23-kilometer stretch of the tunnel is 140 meters below sea level. The total length of the tunnel is 53 kilometers, and it spans the Tsugaru Strait, connecting the Aomori prefecture on the island of Honshu to the island of Hokkaido. Work on the tunnel started in 1964 and was completed in 1988. When discussing the most impressive tunnels in the world, it's impossible not to mention the Channel Tunnel, which connects France and the United Kingdom. Actually, it's not one, but 3 tunnels. 2 tunnels are meant for railways, and the third is for service and security purposes. The tunnel runs between Folkestone in England and Pas de Calais in northern France, and is used for both freight and passenger traffic. The 50-kilometer long tunnel is largely considered to have defined the term mega project. It changed the geography of Europe and helped reinforce high-speed rail as an alternative to short-haul flights. The title of longest tunnel in the world belongs to Laerdal Tunnel in North Norway. This particular tunnel is 24.5 kilometers long, and it takes 20 minutes to drive through it. The sheer length of the tunnel led to studies in driver psychology, which was used to evolve the design of the tunnel. The study resulted in a design where lit caverns every 6 kilometers creates variation and alleviates claustrophobia and tiredness. Speaking of tunnels in Norway, Spiraling Tunnel is equally impressive. The dramatic Spiraling Road Tunnel, built in 1961 and comprising of 6 spirals covering 1,649 meters, leads to one of the most spectacular viewpoints in the industrial town of Drammen. The tunnel, which is 1.6 kilometers long, opens out to a dramatic view of the Drammen Valley. Probably one of the most interesting tunnels in the world is the Tokyo Bay Aqualine in Japan. Also called Trans-Tokyo Bay Highway, this structure is actually a bridge and tunnel route that connects the cities of Kawasaki and Kisarazu. Part of the structure comprises a 4.4 kilometer span and a 9.6 kilometer subsea conduit. Tokyo Bay Aqualine reduced the journey time between the 2 cities from 90 to only 15 minutes. This tunnel is considered the precedent for constructing 2-lane road tunnels. We've talked about the deepest and the longest tunnels in the world, but it's also useful to mention the highest, Eisenhower Tunnel in the USA. Located about 60 miles west of Denver, Colorado on Interstate 70, the Eisenhower Road Tunnel, or Eisenhower Memorial Tunnel, is built 3,401 meters above sea level. The tunnel constitutes the highest point in the interstate highway system, and it is 2.72 kilometers long. More precisely, it carries I-70 under the Continental Divide in the Rocky Mountains. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, tunnels allow us to access places that would be impassable otherwise. One of those tunnels is the 1.2 kilometer long Gunion Tunnel in China. What makes this tunnel special is that before its construction, the only way to access the village of Gunion was via a narrow path carved into the side of the Taihang Mountains. In 1972, a group of 13 villagers decided to construct a tunnel, which they dug by hand. 3 villagers died during the construction, but the tunnel transformed the village and became a tourist attraction in its own right. Tunnels are usually dark and can be dull to some people. Bund Sightseeing Tunnel in China is none of that. Located in Shanghai, it allows tourists to cross the Hangpu River in a 2,000-foot visually arresting experience with psychedelic lighting and blaring music. While its purpose is more for entertainment rather than practicality, it's still unique and impressive. Tunnels solve many problems, including flooding. For example, SMART, the longest tunnel in Malaysia, was built to solve the problem of flash flooding in Kuala Lumpur. SMART is an acronym for Stormwater Management and Road Tunnel. SMART, which is 9.7 kilometers long, can operate in 3 ways. 1. When there's no flooding, it serves purely as a road tunnel. 2. When there are floods, rainwater can be diverted into a lower channel, and the upper level will remain open to traffic. And 3. When exceptionally heavy floods occur, the tunnel closes to all traffic, and watertight gates open to allow floodwater to flow through. We're finishing off this video with a tunnel that connects 2 continents, Europe and Asia. Marmara Tunnel in Turkey is a 13.5 kilometer long undersea railway tunnel in Istanbul, beneath the Bosporus Strait. The construction of the tunnel was a 9-year project by the Turkish government. The Marmara Tunnel was named after the Sea of Marmara that the tunnel runs through. Rai means rail in Turkish. Crews use the immersed tube strategy to fabricate portions of the tunnel on the surface and then sink them and join them on the seabed, instead of crunching through the solid rock of an earthquake zone. Flexible joints made of rubber-reinforced steel plates were designed to absorb any earth movement. The unique process of construction and almost a decade of hard work made Marmara Tunnel the world's deepest immersed tunnel.